Hello, and thank you so much for staying with us. Well, empowering women isn't just a goal. It's the spark for lasting change. And here in Nigeria, that spark is glowing brighter through art, culture, and the creative industry. For generations, Nigerian women have been the heartbeat of cultural storytelling through music, textiles, dance, and even more. Now they're using that legacy to speak boldly on gender, identity, and social change, from adire makers in the Southwest to poets on the Lagos and Abuja stages. They're not just preserving tradition, they're reimagining it. But to keep this movement alive, support is key, because when women lead with culture, they do more than create, they transform communities. But joining me now to talk more about this is Irene Eribo, Director of Operations, National Youth Council of Nigeria Europe Chapter, and founder of Ebony Ambassador UK. Thank you so much for joining us on the news at this hour.
Thank you for having
Very
me.
interesting initiative as to how you are trying to reimagine what women should be in a society. And year in, year out, we've heard about different women empowerment programs, but I'm just really interested as to, has there been a measurable improvement in the lives of women?
I would say there has been. Looking at the likes of Vicky James, the other lady that won the Cook initiative, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of people look
Hilda
up.
Bassi, right?
Yeah, good. A lot of people look up to those people and they want to be like them. They enjoy the kind of life that they are living. So for me, I would say skill empowerment is the goal, and a lot of people are looking for the opportunity to learn the skills for free. And yeah, again, to your question, it is actually a game changer.
So I just want to get your perspective from your experience with Nigerian communities in Europe. I know you started this before now. You've been doing this for about over a decade,
yeah,
right? And from your experience with Nigerian communities in Europe and back here in Nigeria, how would you compare the empowerment opportunities available to women?
I would say there's less opportunity here in Africa, Nigeria to be precise. In the UK, there's a lot there to utilize. There's a lot of facility, and should I say there are a lot of opportunity, but here we need more of it here, and I think that's the reason why our organization wants to do same in Nigeria and Africa as a whole.
When you say there are more opportunities, can you be very specific as to what opportunities there are in the UK and what your organization is bringing to Nigeria? What can we really, tap into women like me, of course? Okay. What can we gain from this?
Our organization has taken up this initiative, like trying to empower more young people to gain skills. So we're putting it in form of a creative competition where it's going to be fun, but they are also learning through it as well. So when I say that there is less opportunity here, is that a lot of people want to do it, but they don't have the money to do it. And also in UK, where I'm from, there are a lot of freebies. Like if you want to do anything, the government will fund it. So they don't look at where you're from, who you are, but they just say this is for the young people, come for free. But I think there is less of it here. So if you ask again, why are we bringing this here? I'm born and brought up in Nigeria, northern parts, just to be precise. I've seen that there's a lot of young people who wants to learn this skill, but their parents could not afford it. So we want to do it for free. Are you a young person listening to us today? You want to learn a skill? Whatever skill it might be, from hair braiding to sewing, beading, makeup, rhinestone embellishment, graphic design, our organization is here to do that for free.
I think for me, really, what's more concerning is how this creative industry is a more safe space for women. We know how the creative industry can be, particularly in terms of harassment and what have you, and what measures do you think should be in place to ensure that we have a safe, harassment-free, environment in the creative industry as it pertains to women and, of course, young people? Because they are more susceptible to, this kind of vices that are, embedded in the creative industry.
I think if more of female champion courses like this, there will be less harassment, and there should be a body that regulates what's going on within what we're doing. So for my organization, that we are there to empower young people, I don't think I personally would want to exploit anybody or encourage anyone to be harassed. So I think we should report any issues of such, because when you close your mouth, it's like a closed destiny, and you allow that situation to repeat itself. So for anyone also listening, if you're in the creative space and you're struggling, or someone said you need to do this before you get this favor, please report it. And as I said, platform like this, social media, you could just say it and you'll be reached out to.
And that's what your organization is trying to do.
Yeah.
I'd like you to just speak very specifically to some of the other things your organization will be doing as to how you can, the programs and strategies you're bringing on board to incorporate women particularly and young people.
So I would say 10 years ago, I started a creative competition, and the purpose of it is to bring African youth together to empower them through skills. And the competition is open to as many that wants to learn a skill and run with it, and also be like a change maker. So we will say we bring out different role models, and we believe that there is a crown vested on a crown queen to reign. That is why we choose the style of a beauty pageant, but it is not a beauty pageant. It's a creative competition where whoever wins is crowned a queen, which we call the Miss Ebony, and it doesn't end there. She embarks on a charity mission to her country where she gives back what she's learned and also give back to the less privileged. So again, what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is that this creative competition that I have championed, I have seen the benefits. I'm one of those persons who went to school in the UK through the money I gained from hair braiding, and that is why I'm passionate about empowering young people to gain skill. You can do a lot with your hands.
Well, very interesting point there. I really wish we can continue the conversation and let people get to know you more, but I'm afraid we might have to end the conversation here. The conversation, of course, continues online, of course, as they engage you. Irene Eribo, Director of Operations, National Youth Council of Nigeria, Europe Chapter, and founder of Ebony Ambassador UK. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.